Welcome back to Head Swap time, guys. It's customization action figure time with the DC Multiverse Mcfarlane toys. This is an exciting head swap. It worked really well. And here we go, guys. I have finally painted this up using my little brushes here. And the color blue, I just wanted to show you that I used right over there. Only problem with using this versus an airbrush is that it will risk the potential of scratching off when you move the joints sometimes. But here's how I did it. I think I painted it really neat, especially for using brushwork. It's pretty damn close, right? Like, you can't even see the brush strokes. So I did that by taking a very thick amount and putting it on and using a little water to kind of smear it using these different brushes here. I also tried to match the skin tone, which I'll show you the paint I used here, which I think came out perfect with the skin tone match. So you can see the mix of paint that I did here. And the skin tone match color, here's the base that I started with like a very light coat over it. And of course you guys know that, like, you can kind of see that this figure here had a kind of dark grayish skin tone with the blue. The original color, as you can see, was purple right there, so I painted it blue. I was gonna try to get the red, like a little brighter red here, but unfortunately when you try to paint the red in there, it just you can't see it. And the only way it would work is if I lay down like a coat of like white paint and then put the red on, and I think that's just gonna look messy. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, which I think is good enough. Not too bad. I just think it's good enough. I was also considering possibly doing a little dry brush with some dark light. Actually, sorry, dry brush with black paint, but very light in here, which could actually work. I'll think about that to see whether I do that or not. Back to the skin tone color though, I added a very light layer of almost transparent yellow by just watering it down and kind of brushing it over and then blotting it off. And then what I did is I blotted it off with some red paint, meaning I put a little red paint here in a paper towel, made it really wet, and just kind of blotted and then kind of wiped it off. So it has a very light sheen. You can kind of see, if I zoom in, like a little bit of yellow there and a little bit of like kind of blotchy red, but it just blends so well to the way that this head looks. I did the same thing for it. See, I put the Superman head from this body onto the one from that one. I swapped the head. It was actually not too hard, but I did have to use pliers and really use force to get it in there. I'll tell you how I did that, and then I'm going to try to paint the outfit a little bit closer to that blue. But I just love the S on this here, and the body sculpt of him is so perfect. It really has that nice, almost like a Jim Lee-esque vibe to it. It's much thicker than the other one, as you can see if you compare how much thinner this is. But look how good the head from this figure moved onto here looks. It's just absolutely fantastic. It looks really good. So I just want to show you guys this here in some different lighting so you can see it. It just works really well. I'll try to match the skin tone a little bit better. Just really great stuff. I may also put a little shading on here and here as well, maybe some cut marks on there. We'll see how it goes, but I just wanted to show you guys this. Make sure to follow and subscribe and check out my other channel and this channel and my other customized figures that I made, some other really cool customized figures. But in a nutshell, the way that I went about swapping the head out here, I used these tools over here. Pretty much the pliers here, the needle nose pliers, worked the best. Really love this figure too. The Build-A-Figure is just outstanding that comes with it here. Again, this is the Build-A-Figure incredible line of Mcfarlane toys, which has been really cool to see how they did this. This is the metal line, okay? But basically what I did is I pulled off this head. I left the peg in this body. This one here, when I pulled off the head, which was that head attached to it, the peg was attached. I pulled out the peg with the needle nose pliers, put the peg back in the neck, Then I push this head onto it, and that's how this happened here. But it'll be cool to try to like paint it up nicely. Maybe I'll do like a dark wash here, and then try to put some blue highlights, maybe a little bit of extra bright red highlights over here, so it's like a nice little shading look in these areas, these thick areas here. So I'll highlight, you know, the areas that are closest to us. I also trim the cape just a little bit at the neck here so that the collar fits in a little nicer. It's more flush. But yeah, it's a great line. Put it all together. Pow! How to use the hair dryer to pop in the waist, but did it. And wham! Check it out, guys. This is like an outstanding looking Superman figure, really. I mean, Jesus, look at that. I love this. I just love the bulky chest and the strength and the detailed sculpt. You know, this stuff is so relaxing and peaceful for me. It's like, you know, to do these little modifications and stuff and customizations on these figures. It just really, really is relaxing. It's like my meditation. So I just want to kind of give you a quick comp over here. And there you go. Look at that. That's the same body for the figure, just using the Superman head from the other McFarlane toys, Multiverse, DCP Multiverse. But I mean, look at that, you know. So, you know, having this kind of demon-looking Superman, I just said, hey, let's pop the regular head on there, and let's paint the blue right. And look at that. I mean, it looks like its own figure. It really does. Came out really good. So just showing you the McFarlane Toys Superman on the left in comparison. And as you can see here, this is, you know, perfect colors, real classic Superman suit. Love the three-dimensional kind of, you know, metallic chrome S on there. But again, the body, you know, even though the S is bigger here and the S is a little smaller here, it just is more proportion to the body. This is almost a little too big here. I swapped the heads, of course. But again, if you look at the bodies itself, look how much more powerful this kind of almost Frank Miller Superman-esque type vibe is what it feels like. This is much more thinner. It's trim, but I swapped the heads out, so now you can see what all three of them look like together. So I just want to show you guys that real quick. I can block that reflective light there. There we go. So yeah, I mean, there you go, guys. I hope you like it. Please follow and subscribe for updates. They call this guy Devastator, I think, instead of what looks like Doomsday to me, but I understand it's a similar looking character from the comics. I remember seeing it too. But looks cool together. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, this is comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv, coming at you live and direct. And here is one more shot of the figure close up. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to follow and subscribe. And as they say in comic books, to be continued. Tune back in to see some more awesome customization here. You can see the Grim Knight Batman customized figure that I painted here from scratch. That was a lot of work, a lot of highlighting, put a nice shiny black bat logo on it for the emblem. Use some nice highlights here. You can see that on the other videos, as well as the highlighting that I did over here, which was a lot of fun just to bring it out with that gunmetal black in it, as well as the head swap on Luke, using the Dagobah head on the Bespin body. I also did that over here for the big figure, which is the Jedi Knight Luke over there. So I did that head swap. You can see that in the other videos. A lot of hard work, but a lot of fun. You can see the toy reviews here. This was awesome. I Build-A-Bear made a little Yoda. And this was the really cool one. Yes, that was my one. This is the really cool one here, which is a 13-inch cyborg statue, not posable. They canceled the posable one from Hot Toys, unfortunately, but it lines up perfect with them. So if you want to complete your collection, that's the way to do it. And I painted all that chrome silver in there with a really cool chrome pen. Added a little Jedi gun there to Rocketeer. So a bunch of fun stuff to do here, guys, and I will tell you more later. Make sure to follow, subscribe. for updates and, as they say in comics, to be continued. This has been comic book artist, writer, and director Greg Weich from BeyondComics.tv.